People in Toronto who don't have a stack of cash to live downtown are looking outside of the city for their next home. But with the average price of a home in the GTA being north of $1 million, we always get asked, what are the most affordable neighborhoods to buy in?
If you're new here, hi, I'm Rochelle and this is Christina, and we're real estate agents here in Toronto in the Greater Toronto area. And if you're looking to buy or sell your next home here, then give us a shout. We would love to help you call Toronto your next home.
In the meantime, we are going to show you our top most affordable neighborhoods here in Toronto. And for one of these neighborhoods, you are going to be so surprised. It is in such a happening part of Toronto, walking score of 82, a ton of different shops and entertainment in the area. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video so you find out which neighborhood we're talking about. Now, for each of these 4 neighborhoods we're going to go through, the average price of a detached home is going to be below the average throughout Toronto, which is $1.1 million. We're about to hit up our first stop now. Let's get to it. It's West Humber-Clairville.
By the way, we're here at Linh and Vietnamese restaurant in Scarborough, and this is my favorite Vietnamese restaurant. The food, the service has been exceptional. We both highly recommend Linh and in Scarborough.
Our first top affordable neighborhood in Toronto is West Humber-Clairville, which is located in the most northwest part of Toronto, and is actually part of Etobicoke, which is the most westerly borough of the city. Now, West Humber-Clairville is known for its lush parks, with having over 50 parks in the area, including Clairville Conservation Area and Humberwood Park. So if you're an outdoorsy person, you want a place to go with the kids, you can definitely find a park in the area. It's home to the Woodbine Racetracks, Etobicoke General Mall, Pearson Airport, and Humber's North College. There are also several shopping centers in the area, including Martin Grove Mall, as well as the Albion Mall, and several other different plazas. Now, if you're someone who has a car, this part of Etobicoke in Toronto would be great for you because it is close to the Highway 401, the 427, and the 400 going north. So if you have a car, you can get to any place you need to. This part of town is also pretty good for commuters too, who are taking public transportation, because the Etobicoke North GO train station is in this area. Let's talk a little bit about the homes in this area now.
As far as home types, there is a mix of single-family detached, semis, townhomes, and apartments in this area. The average cost of a detached home is $991,000, and for apartments, the average cost is $531,700.
All right, our second top affordable neighborhood in Toronto is also in Etobicoke, and it is called Rexdale-Kipling. Now, Etobicoke in general was really built around the car, but in Rexdale-Kipling, you have a lot of really great access to 3 arterial highways, similar to our previous affordable neighborhood, so the 401, 427, and 400 North. Now, Rexdale-Kipling has a lot of different types of residences. Along with all of the single-family detached homes that are available here, there are also several apartment buildings and multiplex dwellings, both publicly and privately owned. So what that's really means is that there are different types of residences available for people with all different kinds of budgets, which really does make Rexdale-Kipling a place where first-time homebuyers can come in, or where you can kind of, catch a deal on a home relative to other places in Toronto. In addition, Rexdale-Kipling is bordered on the north by the Humber River Valley. So again, if you're someone who likes trails, biking, jogging, you can catch really great views and get your steps in outside. In addition to those wonderful parks and recreational activities, there are also several schools in the Rexdale-Kipling area, like Elmley, Rivercrest, and Thistletown Collegiate for secondary students. Now, Etobicoke is a wonderful place, and if you are seriously considering moving into this area, you're definitely going to want to check out my other videos on Etobicoke. I have a pros and cons video where I rhyme off all of the great things about Etobicoke, as well as things that might be considered drawbacks, as well as a neighborhood tour video of Etobicoke. Make sure you check those out if you want to learn more about this part of Toronto.
The average cost of a single-family detached home in this area is currently $921,600.
The next neighborhood on our top 5 list is the neighborhood of Bendale, which is actually located on the other side of Toronto in Scarborough. Scarborough is most known for its multiculturalism. So a lot of newly landed immigrants who come to Toronto make their start in Scarborough, and statistically, Scarborough is the district of Toronto that is most heavily influenced by immigration. Scarborough is also known for a number of big landmarks, such as the Scarborough Zoo, the Scarborough Bluffs, and the biggest mall in the east end of Toronto, which is the Scarborough Town Centre. Now, the nice thing about the neighborhood of Bendale specifically is its location, because it actually is right in the heart of Scarborough and right next to the Scarborough Town Centre. And so residents do get easy access to that mall, which, by the way, has over 200 shops and restaurants. And then outside of that area, within maybe a 5-kilometer radius, you also have a ton of other shopping plazas with grocery stores, convenience stores, and a bunch of everyday amenities. But the last thing that really draws people to the neighborhood of Bendale is your commuting options, because when you are in the heart of Scarborough, you're naturally going to have a lot of commuting options available to you. If you just travel 10 minutes west, you are going to hit the DVP. The northern boundary is actually the 401.
In terms of real estate in Bendale, you will see a lot of detached houses, mostly bungalows and split levels from the 50s and 60s. Usually they are on generous sized lots with a garage or carport. They're well maintained, the streets are tree lined, and so altogether it is an older yet charming neighborhood with modest sized houses on wide lots. The average price of a detached house in this community is $990,000.
The next spot on our list is probably one of my favorite spots on the list, and it actually might surprise you that it's even on our list because I'm here at Danforth Village, which is probably one of the most lively and bustling and well-visited parts of Toronto. Danforth Village is part of the Danforth, aka Greek Town, which runs along Danforth Avenue on the east end of Toronto. The Danforth is the largest Greek neighborhood in North America. Every summer they host a large, huge Greek festival right here along the Danforth. The village area is known for its shopping because this is where you're going to find all the different shops and restaurants. So because there are so many things to do here, one of the best things about the neighborhood is that you don't really need a car to get around. The walk score here is very high, 87, and you are very close as well to the Bloor-Danforth subway line, and so it's easy to get downtown, for example, without having to make too many transfers. In terms of demographics, we are seeing a lot of young families, young professionals, and a lot of first-time home buyers.
In terms of housing, when you look at the Danforth, the streets that bleed out from the main strip, they're all beautiful and lined with trees, and the homes are equally charming too. North of the Danforth, you'll find your characteristic Toronto home. So your red brick, semi-detached, cute front porch with columns. But then on the other side, south of the Danforth, the homes vary more in size and style, where you'll see everything from Victorian-style semis to bungalows and townhomes. The typical house here is from the 20s or 30s, and so a lot of homeowners renovate their homes to keep it more modern and up to date.
It's got a really cool variety of housing types, so check out that modern infill groups right in between all of these other traditional Toronto style homes, but just right where that truck is going, you got more newer developments of townhouses and multifamily complexes. I'm actually here in front of one of those condo townhouses because this condo townhome is currently listed for sale, which is a rare find in this neighborhood. You don't have too many listings in Toronto in general, but this one is a 2-bed, 2-bath, currently for sale for $759,000, which is well below the neighborhood average of $1.1 million. So it is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, which is perfect for singles, couples, or small families. And you've got a great location too, because we're actually just about 5 minutes, if that, away from Danforth shops that I showed you. We're also very close to the beach and the boardwalk. Plus, you've got tons of transit options nearby, the TTC, the GO. So you're close to everything. You're in front of all the action and amenities here in the Danforth.
All right, everybody, that is a wrap. Those are our top 4 affordable neighborhoods here in Toronto. I hope after watching this video, you now have a better idea of what these neighborhoods have to offer. And if you are a first-time home buyer, someone who wants to get into the market or perhaps buy your second, third, or fourth property, definitely be serious about these top 4 neighborhoods because these are really, really great places to get your foot in the door on a home.
And if you are looking to move to Toronto or anywhere in the GTA, then also make sure you check out this video that rhymes off the realities of actually living here, because it is not all rainbows and cookies in Toronto. Instead of saying rainbows and cookies, there are a lot of things that you need to know about making your move here for the first time. So definitely check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate your support. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. We all hope you stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you all living in Toronto.